I would like to request a debate on the effects of Storm Éowyn. It particularly affected the Midlands and the West, and including my county of Cavan, very, very badly. Some customers were only reconnected with power this week, so it meant there were 19 days without power. I myself was 9 days without power, and that was difficult enough. But I also want to particularly mention people who are vulnerable in this. There were people, older people, people dependent on oxygen, people dependent on hospital beds, on hoists, which are electronically managed, and ended up with bed sores because they couldn't actually use their hospital bed. Something needs to be done to address that in this situation, because it didn't matter that they were on the ESB's vulnerable customers list. It made no difference in the middle of the storm. So they need to be provided possibly with generators to ensure that if a storm like this hits again, and it's quite possible, that they're not left without power to operate their medical device. I also want to raise the issue that many people, while connected with or reconnected with their power, have not been reconnected with their broadband. So people are left without phone coverage, they're working from home, and they cannot receive emails, they cannot do their work basically. And there seems to be a very, very poor response from broadband providers, and that is something that needs to be highlighted and called out and addressed immediately. Now, I want to commend, though, the community spirit that was shown in every community across the country where we had community hubs established, be it through the county council, the GAA or other community groups, and providing support for people. But the humanitarian assistance scheme as well is something that needs to be looked at and adjusted, because it's been interpreted differently depending on which social protection office you go into in which county, and it needs to be standardised so that everybody gets the same treatment and gets sufficient treatment to ensure that they're recompensated for losses. I've also huge concerns about the lack of support for businesses which are being affected by the storm as well, which seems to be absent, and also to ensure that insurance companies pay out for damages caused during the storm and not find a loophole to avoid that. Thank you.